Hey everybody, welcome. We are going to be changing my hair color today. I did a test run on a hair extension piece, which is somewhere in here. I think it's right there, something like that. There's still some color that I need to fix on it, so this is like a little prototype of what this will look like. It's mostly going from like pink, orange to like a different yellow to like a brighter color, so I was kind of doing a test shot and see if I really like it. And I kind of do, except I want to like make it more lighter up in the front, so we're probably going to bring some more like maybe yellow tones up in here a little higher, but still keep it mostly pink. Also, it is ungodly cold in here because the temperature yesterday was like super warm and then it just dropped all the way down to fucking cold, so I'm like The hair is still in good condition, so I'm gonna run these extensions until they die. I've had these for like 6 months and I wear them like on and off only for like special occasions, so I'm like, well, I'm gonna test it out in the extensions before I do my own hair. And you may be wondering, what the fuck is this? It is actually a white color shadow stick from ColourPop, and I use it to outline my hair. And I know it's weird using white on white, but platinum does have a little bit of like a green undertone, and this tends to wash off pretty good. So I'm going to mark where I want the yellow to be, kind of like what I did in a previous video, and just section out the extensions, also kind of my own hair, so I know which way to go with the curvature. Now granted, some of that is going to be kind of hard to see because my hair is super fine. Also, there's a lot of it, so I'm gonna have to like really keep an eye on it. I could use a highlighter on my hair, but I just don't want the pink and yellow contrast to just get diluted, so I'm gonna do my best drawing this out. And then I'll probably do this in like 2 parts, so like maybe my real hair first and then my extensions, because I've already got the extension layout pretty good, so I know the ratio has to be like a lot of conditioner versus my own hair. And you're probably wondering, why would I do that? Those of you that don't know, hair extensions tend to soak up a little bit more color than your actual hair does. It's only because hair extensions have been through a chemical process that allows it to absorb a little bit more, which a lot of hair extensions do have silicone on top to make it look 10 times shinier than my own hair. And it's kind of unrealistic, so that's why they say not to bleach your hair, which I'm not going to. I'm just going to add color to it. But with any chemical service, even if it's just like a temporary semi-permanent, you are depositing color. Obviously extensions have a weird porosity versus your own hair, so depending on how light your hair extensions are, it's gonna soak up all that color. So I would like to do a test run of doing double the conditioner and not just like a 1-to-1 ratio of conditioner and color. We're probably gonna do 1-to-2 or 1-to-3. I will say, over the years of me doing hair, that sometimes extensions can be a little tricky, so that's why I'm like, well, we're gonna like do more conditioner on the extensions than my own head, because I don't care if the color sits a little bit darker on my own head. I just would rather have that fade over time slowly compared to the extensions, which I only put in like once or twice and hardly ever wash them because they hardly ever get dirty. So this might look a little weird, but I'm putting the mirror over here. This is going to be like our little area to see where everything is at, and then just kind of go from there. So I did mess up a little bit, and that's okay. This is why I make these videos. I did mess up because it didn't go onto my hair extensions, so I just put them back in. Got them back in there. And I'm going to see where it is on my actual hair, see where it like stops on this side too. We're just gonna draw that in. So now I gotta do it again because I have a bigger weft that didn't get that. So we'll go all the way up a little higher. And then I'm going to make myself like a unicorn for a second. Put these back in. It's hard to see on camera, but see that lighter piece where my thumb is at? That's what we want. Now I'm just going to go in and I am going to kind of do a V shape because the outside edges are going to be the highest point. So you see this mark on the bottom here? I basically tilted it up and the hair is kind of curling, so it's hard to see, but I basically wanted this to go in a V shape, because when I turn this around and this goes forward, it's going to be mostly tapering that color in the sides here. This is going to be super hard to see on camera, but I kind of marked where my finger is at and where it's going to go up. Obviously, I do have to bleach my roots a little bit, so I'm gonna have to put my hair extensions in again once my initial root retouch is done. Then we can put the hair extensions in again, mark where it's at for the color, and then we can do more color. So, yeah. Since we have most of our extensions in front of us, I'm going to just kind of eye it up mostly. I may do the color pop thing again like I did at the beginning, which would probably be a little bit more beneficial this time, knowing that this is all in color. And these soaked up a lot of color for how much conditioner I had, so be very careful about how much you add to your conditioner, how much conditioner and how much color you add versus your actual head. So I'm gonna just do this wrapped around, paste it back up. I may or may not have to add orange to the tips, about like an inch to a half inch, so I'm kind of going off a measurement of my finger. Pretty darn close. So we'll just remember to do about an inch in the back. Let's see how far up we need to go here. I'm mostly going to be concerned about the side pieces, but I just want to see how this looks first before I continue. But I also have to remember that this is mostly curled, so my hair is also going to be curling up too, which, give it about an inch or two difference, you can see how it starts to be yellow. So I may or may not even have to do the orange or yellow. It may just all be pink, but we'll see. Go. Okay, so now that we have that all tapered in, I'm gonna brush this out. There's some orange, so it's mostly down here. I could do a little front fringe if I wanted to. I'm trying to avoid going anywhere higher than my chin, because if I go any higher, that yellow is going to kind of wash out my face, so I'm trying to stay anything below just to give like a little halo effect. It was so full of color. Hey everybody, I'm back. Welcome, and these are all the colors that I did in my hair. You can see it back. Yep. I do have extensions in, so if you are seeing this late in the video, I have a segment of the extensions, you can rewind back and it'll be there. But that's pretty much it. I just try to keep everything a little bit lighter for the extensions, because if you try to blend everything together, it just seems to work better. Extensions tend to absorb a little bit more color than your regular hair does, so that's why I tried to match it as much as I could. And there is some difference in here that you can tell, like the shorter pieces, but honestly, it's blended pretty good and such. Obviously on camera, the colors are going to be a little bit different, but just to give you a heads up, I did use 2 different yellows for the bottom. Mostly diluted the neon because it does turn a little bit more green in certain lighting. And then on the Raygun for Danger Jones, I use that for the next part. And most of this is all Danger Jones except for the end pieces. End pieces like this much, about like an inch or 2, were mostly Pravana neon yellow. So I did take better photos in better lighting, so if you want to see that, just kind of wait around towards the end because I'll have more pictures to show you guys. But I tried to stay by the window as much as I could to get the natural lighting, which is what you're kind of seeing right now. If I do turn on like fluorescent lighting, it is going to be a little bit different.